Black people have the worst customer service in the motherfucking world. And you can say that you don't agree with that because I'm gonna fuck why. If we get our customer service better, we'll make more business. Bottom line.
Thanks to you and welcome to today's special reactional video. All right. I came across this particular video that I really find very interesting, all right, of this brother talking about the fact that um we black people, if we should improve upon our customer service, then our businesses will be skyrocketing actually. According to him, we currently have the worst customer service. Okay. And, you know, I don't know whether you agree with him or not, but I think what he's saying makes sense. Okay. That if we should improve upon our customer service, we would get better. And I don't really care about the state of our customer services at the moment. Okay. Even if we are doing better than other people, I'm assuming, let's assume that what he's saying is actually ironical. Let's assume that we are actually currently having the best customer service. But if we should improve upon our customer service, we would become what? Much, much better. Right? I'm saying this because anytime at all you say anything about, what black people are doing bad, okay, what we are not doing right, you would always find other black people countering what you are saying. Okay, they will counterattack you and they will try to let you understand that, you know what, other people are doing same. Other people aren't doing that better. So why complain about ourselves? It's not like we are complaining. We are only pinpointing what we could do better. I think it's very simple. Like I said, if we were already doing better and then we do much more, then imagine where we'll reach as a people. I don't think there is a need to always compare ourselves to other people, right? But let's continue. Let's listen to what he has to say more.
So you can say whatever you want.
When you go to the Chinese restaurant, they nice to you. Hey Ray, how you doing today? No, they just as mean.
Hey,
Okay, what she just said is that when you go to the Chinese restaurant, okay, do they say like, "Hey, how are you doing?" This and this and that. They are just as mean. Why do you have to compare ourselves? Why do we have to compare ourselves to other people? Why do we have to compare ourselves to the Chinese? The Chinese could be as mean as they want for is it any of our business? If other people are mean, is it any of our business? I don't know. It's just like, for instance, when you encourage our women to wear their natural hair, you would find some women saying, you know what, but uh, other folks also wear wigs. Other folks also wear weaves. And so, if they wear weaves, have you ever seen them wearing African type of hair weaves? They always wear weaves that look like their own hair. Why do we have to wear weaves that look like theirs? Isn't it a blow to our self esteem as a people and our self respect and our dignity as a people? How would others respect us if our ladies walk around carrying their hair? How would we love ourselves if we cannot love our own hair? If we don't take pride in our own looks? Who deceived us? Why can't we stop deceiving ourselves? Why can't we love ourselves regardless of what other people are doing or saying? Why should a brother be a victim, okay, or why should a brother be attacked if he raises the need for us to love ourselves more, for us to treat each other much better. That is the only way we can win, is for us to respect ourselves, for us to treat each other with respect. When you go to any of these, like a black owned business, you are often met with the worst kind of treatment. But if other people that are not blacks get into that particular place, they would be met with what? Warm treatment. All right. Our customer service are very mean to our own kind, but they would, they might even tell you to clear to get away for a foreigner to access their services. All right. They might ask you to wait. They might ask you to go and come back. All right. They might ask you they might delay you as much as they can to attend to maybe a white folk or a Chinese or an Indian or an Arab, any other person, than to treat a black person, their colleague black person, with respect. Why? Why is this much self-hate? And when you try to say, oh, let's do better, we can do better, let's improve, let's just treat each other with respect, and that is a crime. No, other people are doing it. Other people aren't better. So what? If other people are jumping from a cliff to die, must we all jump from the cliff to die because other people are jumping? If assuming other people were eating their shit, will you eat your shit because other people are eating their shit? Come on. Why do we just hate ourselves this much? No. I mean, it doesn't just add up.
That's why I don't spend with black establishments like that, because they got fucked up attitudes. They don't give you a smile. Then they say, hello, how you doing, man? I take your order. But I'm supposed to keep spending with them because they look like me? Fuck that.
You see? So he's like, we often say let's encourage black businesses, let's support black businesses and what have you. But if I go to a black owned business and I met with the worst customer service, I'm not greeted like he said, hello, how are you doing? How may I help you? You know, but I'm just met with, some kind of scary and face. All right. Somebody approaches me without a smile and acts and is so rude towards me, acting as if I'm coming to beg for the product, then I might just walk away and go elsewhere, even whether that is a black owned business or not, because I think that person would treat me right. Before I am loyal to my race as a person or as an individual, before I would be loyal to the black community, I would first of all be loyal to my own sentiments, because I am an individual first of all before my community, if that makes sense. What I'm feeling at the moment is not all my community that is feeling it. And now I should be treated, I deserve to be treated right. And we deserve to treat each other with respect and dignity. That is just the only way forward. We need each other. I think if we love each other more, if our leaders love their people, they wouldn't keep shipping their, African goods outside for it to be processed elsewhere and build industries for those places and leave the Africans on the African continent jobless, underdeveloped, all right? And what would they do? They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. If we love ourselves more, we wouldn't do that. We always put our interests first. When other people put their interests first, we call it racism, this, that, this, that. But we constantly put ourselves down, all right? And rather treat other people with respect and treat ourselves with disrespect. And a brother is saying, let's love ourselves more, and that is a crime. So I don't know. You know, the only time you would ever see a black person standing up, I'm not saying that is always the case, but most of us, that's what we do. The only time we ever speak good of ourselves and encourage each other to do better, you know, we don't even do that at all. Most of us don't do that. We only wait for something to happen to us personally, and then we start to call for help. We start to complain about racism. We start to call on other people to come to our rescue. You know, Black Lives Matter, this, that. I'm not saying that is not important, but what really matters is how much do we weigh economically. All right. Other people were disrespected, but once they became an economic power, people started respecting them, like the Chinese and many other people, the Indians. Wherever they go, when you find them here, you would often see them together. All right? That is the way forward, because I mean, I cannot be asking for other people to love me when I don't love myself. But if I love myself and treat myself with respect, other people will be forced to respect me, because we are social human beings. So when somebody realizes that people naturally would want to interact with other people, just like me, when I see other people of other communities, I don't just say, because I'm black, I'm going to stay with only black people. I'm curious to get to know them. But if I'm curious to get to know these people and these people are interested in me, and I walk away with my pride, and these people see me laughing and treating my colleagues with respect, and we are happy together, they would have no choice than to show some interest in our culture and everything of ours. Today, people talk of sushi, Japanese food, and then whatever, whatever. I probably may not like sushi, but people put a lot of respect on it. People talk of Korean food. It doesn't mean Korean food is more delicious than our food, but it's because of the respect that they have for their culture and how much they treat each other with respect and love. Then others will have no choice than to respect them. Who would want to respect somebody who doesn't respect himself or respect other people's culture if those people are not people that respect their own culture? You know,
The rich are gonna the rich are the people that are gonna rise to the top, the people that understand what it takes to win. Not the people that feel like you should let me win because they let them win. That's not how you win.
you know, I'm 100% in agreement with him. He's saying the people that would rise to the top are the people who know what to do to rise to the top. All right. You know, we can see that all other people are rising to the top. All right. It's because they are coming together. They are treating each other with respect. Their interests come first. All right. They are supporting each other, you know? And that's what we ought to do. We don't have to say, you know what, but they are also doing it. They are probably doing it to you, but they are not doing it to themselves. Maybe you should also treat yourself with respect and maybe reciprocate how they treat you to them.
My thing is a black man that has made millions of dollars and want to see other black people make 1000000s of dollars. I know the one thing that's the difference is the fucking attitude. That's why I yell, because the attitude is the difference. If you fix your attitude, everything else will follow. But you think, well, they ain't got to fix their attitude. Well, we ain't them. We ain't them.
Absolutely. Are we them? We are in them. Why do we have to constantly compare ourselves to those people? Compare ourselves to, like, what for? It's because of this comparison that we might try to even destroy our skin to look like them. We wear fake hair, we do all kinds of things to look like them. What for? When have you ever seen them trying to wear our type of hair? Why? They love themselves enough to do that. Why? Like, why? We are in them, as he said.
Because if we was them, we would be where they are. We are us.
Absolutely. If we were them, then we would be where they are. But where are we? We are at the bottom in terms of, and it's not because we don't have what it takes. We have all that it takes and more. Africa is the richest continent. We have we are rich in terms of our brains. We are athletic. We are good in terms of music. We are good in terms of science, in terms of architecture, in terms of mathematics, in terms of everything. Politics, economics, we have everything. Militarily, we have everything. So we have the know-how. Then what is lacking is definitely the lack of love of self. Self-love is what we are lacking. Now we have to go cap in hand begging.
And the thing that's holding us back is we don't treat each other with respect. So I'm
We don't treat each other with respect and love. That's what's holding us back. Absolutely.
trying to teach you how to get to a certain place, and you don't want to accept that you got to change your motherfucking attitude if you do. And instead of change your attitude, you want to bring up what Asians do. I don't know if the motherfucker is smiling by the way they talking. I don't know their culture.
Absolutely. I don't know. Like, we have a culture of our own. Why do we want to be dispersed among all other cultures? Why do we want to identify with other cultures as if we don't have a culture of our own? Or can't we build one? Don't our ancestors have a culture? Even today, don't we have a way of doing our own things? Why don't we focus on how do we better our own culture? Why do we have to constantly say, compare ourselves to other people? Like he said, those other people are, I mean, if I see an Asian, whether he's smiling or not, I probably might not be able to tell. Maybe he might do certain things, and in their culture, that isn't rude. But if he does say to me, that would be rude. So if we are mean towards each other, why not treat each other much better? Do we have to say, or if we go to those other communities, businesses, and we are treated poorly, does that mean we should replicate the same treatment towards each other? Why don't we reciprocate that treatment towards those who treat us wrong? But why do we have to hate ourselves? I don't get it.
I know our culture, and I know our culture. Black women have bad attitudes, and so do a lot of black people. And my
Okay, he just added another thing that black women have a very bad attitude, and so is black people. I'm not surprised because it's the black woman that raises the black man and the black woman at the same time. When a woman gives birth, the child is always in contact with their mom, first of all. So if we want to really fix this attitude, it will start with what? Black women. Of course, men have their role to play. You get it? But the woman is the immediate teacher of the child, whether the black man or the black woman. If he is or she, the child is well educated by the mom, of course, I'm not saying it's only that I mean it's only single mothers that raise children. No, it's both mom and dad, but the woman is the immediate contact. So if we really want to fix this attitude, then women have to start fixing their own attitudes and what fixing their children's attitude when they give birth. They should start teaching, and of course we are all part and parcel of this. The black men too have a role to play. We have to start fixing our attitudes. All right, it doesn't, I don't know, what do you get from being mean towards each other? Right, what do you get? If you, in my opinion, if you feel like other people are smart and other people, I mean other folks are doing well, they are doing well because their women are actually what, the the ones that are teaching those smartness to their kids. And some of the things that they teach them might not even be smart, like to mistreat somebody because he's black. That isn't that smart. But in some context, that is like, I mean, excessive self-love that they are teaching their children, if I may say. You see, So our women need to also do same. Women need to also teach our children to love themselves. I'm not just saying it's our women and I'm putting it on our women, our men too, for that matter. So he's doing his job and he's being counted by a black woman. Why? All he's saying is that we should love ourselves more. If he says black people have the worst attitude in terms of customer service, is he white? He's also black saying it. Why would a black woman start to counter what he's saying? Like, what is it for? Why do we, or should we take pride in being rude towards each other? What do we get from doing that? From the self-respect, disrespect?
Thing is that we want to make money, then fix your motherfucking attitude. Or you'll be off and you'll see another motherfucker that smiled and they'll be like, they only picked her because she's white. No, we picked her because she smiled.
Absolutely. You know, even I mean, he's even talking about the fact that sometimes women complain that, oh, black men are going in for women of other communities. Why aren't they marrying their own women and blah 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 blah? And that's why he's saying it's because some of those women smile. All right, they treat you, the black man, right, though you don't belong to them in some way or form. And a black man might probably fall for that because he's like, if my own women don't treat me right, or why not go for somebody that would treat me right, somebody that would appreciate me for who I am, somebody that wouldn't, that would love me for who I am without asking me to change my code of dressing or change my behave like a talk and be rude and be bad mannered to be. No. While I'm grinding, maybe that woman would help me. That's why most of our athletes, footballers, when they are in those clubs in Europe or elsewhere, even you can talk about the NBA players and all these places, they are often supported by, their white girlfriends who choose them at that early stage. So now when he becomes the top class NBA player or footballer or whatever, he would have no choice than to choose that woman. And now you go about complaining, oh, why are you choosing? Why is that all successful athletes or successful entrepreneurs or scientists or black this or black that businessmen are choosing, women of other races and not women of their community? You see? You see, in life, you cannot want to enjoy, uh, you cannot want to enjoy privileges without responsibilities. Right? You need to be responsible. You have a part to play. You don't just go about saying, "Oh, like he said, they should support my businesses simply because I'm black." No. Why must they support your business because you are black? Why must a colleague black person support your business because you are black? Don't you think you owe your colleague black person a responsibility? Don't you think you have to be kind towards him? Don't you think you need to smile at him when he comes to buy something from your shop? Why would you always smile to other people and treat your own kind with so much disrespect and hatred? Why? Like, why? What do you get from doing that? So, if we want others to treat us with respect and love, the only way is to come together and treat each other with respect and love. Others will have no choice than to do it. If we want our businesses to grow, and if we, like you say, we all want to be millionaires and be successful, then the only way to do it would be supporting each other and treating each other with respect. Whether or not other people support or help us, once we support each other, we will be strong and we will move forward. It's simple. If you have a problem with this and you want to say, oh, other people are doing it, other people might be mean towards you. If you go to like other people's shops and you are mistreated and you think, then why not have your own shop? If you have your own shop and a brother comes, treat him better because you were mistreated elsewhere. That is the way forward. If you don't understand this, I mean, what else do you want? Marcus Garvey himself, this was his philosophy. Africa for Africans, both home and abroad. What else do you want? And that is what other people are doing. So we don't have to keep, complaining about racism and this and this and that. When we let's just treat each other with much love and respect. Self-love is the key. It's as simple as that. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about my reaction and what you think about what he's saying. All right, and please subscribe so that you don't miss my future videos.